Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that transcends every material pursuit, every fleeting pleasure, and every passing goal that we chase in this world. It's something so profound and fundamental that if we grasp its truth, it has the power to transform every aspect of our lives. That is the real purpose of life. So many of us go through life trying to find meaning in things, careers, possessions, titles, or relations. These things are important, but they are not the essence of life. We spend so much time seeking fulfillment in external achievements, yet we find ourselves still yearning, still searching for something deeper. Why is that? It's because we have misunderstood the true purpose for which we are here. The truth is, we were not created to simply survive, to get by, to exist in this world as mere spectators. We were created with a deep, innate purpose that defines who we are and why we are here. Purpose is not something we find in things. It is something we find within ourselves. It is our internal compass that guides us toward the fulfillment of our destiny. It is the reason we wake up each day, the reason we do what we do, the reason we strive for greatness. The essence of our life's purpose is rooted in the discovery of who we are. I am not talking about who society says you are or who your circumstances try to make you believe you are. I am talking about the truth of who you are, a truth that transcends the noise and distractions of everyday life. You are not a random product of chance. You are a unique creation designed for a specific purpose. There is something inside of you, an innate calling, a vision that is the key to your purpose. Your purpose is connected to your design, your talents, your passions, and your deepest desires. When you start to understand that you were created with purpose, you begin to see that life is not something that just happens to you. You are not merely a passive observer in the story of your life. You are the author. The choices you make, the decisions you take, the goals you set all align with the purpose that was uniquely embedded in you from the moment you were born. Life becomes a canvas and you are the artist who paints it with the colors of your dreams, aspirations, and values. But here's where it gets challenging. The world we live in often pulls us away from our true purpose. It tells us that we need to chase after external rewards to be successful, to be happy, to be validated. But what happens when we do that? We end up chasing after things that are temporary, that are fleeting. We end up living in a cycle of achievement and disappointment, constantly moving from one goal to the next without ever finding true satisfaction. The problem is not that we are striving for success or accomplishment. It's that we are striving for the wrong things. When we chase the wrong goals, we lose sight of the greater purpose for which we were created. We begin to define our lives by external markers of success, titles, money, status, rather than the internal fulfillment that comes from living according to our true purpose. What is the answer then? How do we find the real purpose of life? It starts with a shift in perspective. We need to stop looking outward and start looking inward. The true purpose of life cannot be found in external achievements or possessions. It is discovered through the exploration of who we are at our core. It is only by understanding ourselves, by discovering the unique gifts and talents we have been given, that we can begin to live out the purpose for which we were created. Our purpose is not just about what we do, but about who we are becoming. It's about living in alignment with our values, our calling, and our vision for the future. It's about understanding that we are here to make a difference in the world, to leave a lasting impact on the lives of others. Each one of us has a contribution to make, a role to play, a legacy to build. The true purpose of life is not about accumulating wealth or fame, but about creating value, serving others, and living with integrity. When we align ourselves with our true purpose, we begin to experience fulfillment in every area of our lives. Work becomes not just a means to an end, but a place where we express our passions, our creativity, and our gifts. Relationships become deeper and more meaningful. because they are built on a foundation of authenticity and purpose. Our health and well-being improve because we are no longer living in stress and confusion, but in harmony with our true selves. So how do we align ourselves with our purpose? It starts with self-awareness. It starts with knowing who you are, truly and deeply. Take time to reflect on your life, your values, your dreams, your experiences. What makes you come alive? What excites you? What breaks your heart? These are clues that point you toward your purpose. If you are willing to listen, to pay attention, to be still, you will hear the whispers of your true calling. Next, we must be willing to take action. Purpose is not just something we think about. It is something we live out. It requires courage, commitment, and perseverance. It may not always be easy, and the road may be filled with challenges, but the rewards of living a purposeful life are immeasurable. There will be obstacles, but they are simply opportunities to grow stronger, to learn, and to refine our purpose. Finally, we must remember that our purpose is bigger than just us. It's about serving others, making a difference, and contributing to the greater good. We are not here just to fulfill our own desires, but to use our gifts and talents to help others, to uplift those around us, and to leave the world better than we found it. True fulfillment comes when we live for something bigger than ourselves. The real purpose of life is not a destination. It is a journey. It is a continual process of discovering, growing, and serving. It is about living with intention, passion, and authenticity. It is about creating a life that is aligned with your deepest values and your truest calling. When you begin to live in alignment with your purpose, you will find that life becomes richer, more meaningful, and filled with peace. So I urge you today to stop chasing after the empty promises of this world. Look within, discover your purpose, and then live it out with all the passion and dedication you can muster. The world is waiting for your unique contribution, and only you can fulfill it. Live with purpose, and your life will become the greatest gift you can offer to yourself and to the world. Purpose is discovered within, not through external achievements. We often find ourselves looking outward for meaning, searching for it in material success, career milestones, relationships, or possessions. Society often reinforces this mindset by equating success with external markers like wealth, fame, and status. We are conditioned to believe that once we attain these things, we will finally find fulfillment and clarity. However, true purpose does not reside in what we accumulate or achieve externally. It resides deep within us, embedded in our design and inherent potential. External accomplishments are fleeting. They offer temporary satisfaction, but they do not provide lasting fulfillment. While they may bring recognition or momentary joy, they cannot answer the deeper question of why we exist. Purpose cannot be defined by what others expect of us, nor can it be shaped by societal standards of success. Instead, it is a deeply personal journey of discovering who we are at our core. The fulfillment we seek comes when we recognize that our purpose is not something to be acquired. It is something we must uncover from within ourselves. When we focus solely on external achievements, we risk neglecting the deeper dimensions of our being, our passions, our values, and the unique talents we possess. These are the true sources of purpose. The world may encourage us to pursue what is popular or prestigious, but our real purpose aligns with the things that stir our hearts, that make us feel alive and connected to the world around us. Discovering our purpose requires us to look inward, to reflect on our unique gifts, our interests, and our inner drives. It asks us to listen to the quiet whispers of our hearts rather than the loud demands of the external world. True purpose is a reflection of who we are at the deepest level. It transcends circumstances and external measures of success. By turning inward and reconnecting with our authentic selves, we begin to recognize that our our true purpose has always been with us. It's not something we have to search for in the outside world. It's something we uncover by understanding our own unique design and inner calling. True fulfillment comes from aligning with your innate calling. Each of us has a unique purpose, an intrinsic calling that is embedded within us from the moment we are born. This calling is not something that is imposed from the outside, nor is it shaped by societal expectations. It is something that exists deep within, woven into the very fabric of our being. When we are disconnected from this calling, we often feel lost, unfulfilled, or directionless. The key to finding true fulfillment is not in the pursuit of external rewards, but in discovering and living in harmony with this deeper sense of purpose. Our innate calling is linked to the passions, talents, and values we possess. These inner qualities serve as the guiding compass that leads us toward our true path. When we align our actions with this inner purpose, we begin to experience a sense of fulfillment that transcends external achievements. The work we do, the relationships we nurture, and the contributions we make all feel meaningful because they are expressions of our true selves. This sense of alignment creates a profound sense of satisfaction and peace, as we are no longer living in opposition to our inner nature. Living in alignment with our calling also involves understanding the unique contribution we are meant to make in the world. Each person has a specific role to play, a gift to share that no one else can offer in the same way. When we embrace this understanding, we stop measuring our worth by external standards and begin to recognize that our value comes from being true to who we are. It's not about comparing ourselves to others or striving to meet external expectations. It's about understanding that we have a unique purpose that only we can fulfill. True fulfillment arises when we are fully aligned with our calling, when we stop pretending to be someone we are not or chasing things that do not resonate with our inner truth. It's about living authentically, embracing our strengths and weaknesses, and allowing our true selves to shine. When we align with our innate calling, we experience a sense of peace, knowing that we are living the life we were always meant to lead. Living with purpose requires self-awareness and authenticity. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which a purposeful life is built. To live with intention, we must first understand who we truly are beyond the roles we play or the identities society tries to impose on us. This means taking the time to reflect on our thoughts, emotions, desires, strengths, and weaknesses. It involves examining our values, passions, and the experiences that have shaped us. Only when we understand ourselves on a deeper level can we begin to align our actions with our true purpose. Self-awareness is not a passive process. It requires active reflection and a willingness to confront the truth about who we are. Often, this process reveals uncomfortable truths about our fears, insecurities, or areas where we may be out of alignment with our true selves. However, these moments of discomfort are crucial for growth. They force us to confront the aspects of ourselves that need healing, change, or transformation. Through this introspective process, we can identify patterns in our behavior, thought processes, and choices that either align with or hinder our purpose. Recognizing these patterns allows us to make conscious decisions about how we want to live and what we want to prioritize. Once we develop self-awareness, we must also cultivate authenticity in our lives. Authenticity is about living in accordance with our true values and beliefs, regardless of external pressures or expectation. It means being honest with ourselves and others about who we are, what we need, and what we stand for. This requires a certain level of courage, as living authentically often means going against the grain of societal norms or facing criticism from others. However, the reward for living authentically is a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment, as we no longer feel the need to conform or pretend to be someone we are not. When we live with authenticity, we are more likely to make choices that reflect our true purpose. We stop seeking validation from others and start seeking validation from within. Our decisions, actions, and relationships are guided by our inner truth, not by the approval of the external world. This alignment with our authentic selves brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that cannot be found through external achievements or approval. Purpose is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of growth and service. Many of us mistakenly view purpose as something that can be achieved once and for all, as if it were a single goal or milestone. We think that once we reach a certain level of success, or once we fulfill a particular role, our purpose has been realized. However, true purpose is not a finite achievement, but a dynamic, evolving journey. It is not something we check off a list, but something we live out continually as we grow, learn, and serve. This journey requires us to constantly adapt, evolve, and refine our understanding of who we are and what we are meant to contribute. Life is not static, it's ever changing, and so is our purpose. As we go through different stages of life, our understanding of our calling may shift, our goals may change, and our methods of serving others may evolve. What remains constant, however, is our commitment to living with intention and aligning with the deeper purpose that drives us. Each new experience, challenge, and lesson we encounter serves to clarify and deepen our understanding of our purpose. Living with purpose also means serving others. The true measure of purpose lies in how we contribute to the world around us. It is not about accumulating wealth, accolades, or recognition. It is about making a positive impact on the lives of others. When we live in service to others, our purpose becomes part of a larger tapestry, extending beyond ourselves. It is not enough to live for our own benefit. True fulfillment comes from knowing that our lives are enriching the lives of those around us, whether through our work, our relationships, or our actions. As we continue on this journey of purpose, we are also constantly growing. Growth is an essential part of purpose because it is through growth that we refine our skills, expand our understanding, and increase our capacity to serve. Each challenge we face, every setback we endure, and each new opportunity to learn is an essential part of the process. Growth allows us to become more equipped to fulfill our purpose and to handle the responsibilities that come with it. It is this continuous growth, both personal and spiritual, that sustains our journey of purpose and keeps it meaningful and alive. Real fulfillment is found when we are fully aligned with our purpose and when we use our gifts to serve others. In a world that often emphasizes personal gain and individual success, it can be easy to forget that true happiness doesn't come from accumulating wealth or recognition. While external success may provide temporary satisfaction, it is only when we step beyond self-interest and dedicate ourselves to serving others that we begin to experience deep, lasting fulfillment. Our purpose, after all, is not just about us. It's about how we can make a meaningful difference in the lives of those around us. When we live with the intention to serve, we shift our focus from self-centered goals to the well-being and growth of others. This act of service, whether through our work, relationships, or contributions to the community, becomes the true measure of fulfillment. Serving others doesn't always have to mean grand gestures or major sacrifices. Sometimes it's as simple as offering a helping hand, lending a listening ear, or sharing knowledge. The impact of these small, consistent acts of service accumulates over time, creating ripples of positive change in our communities and beyond. By serving others, we also align ourselves with a greater purpose. Our gifts and talents are not just for our own benefit, they are meant to be shared. When we use our unique abilities to help others, we not only fulfill our own purpose, but also contribute to the collective good. The joy that comes from knowing our actions are making a positive impact on someone else's life cannot be found in any material possession or achievement. It is the kind of fulfillment that transcends self-interest and connects us to something greater than ourselves. Furthermore, serving others helps to keep us grounded and humble. It reminds us that our purpose is not about self-glorification or personal gain, but about contributing to the well-being of others. When we align our lives with this truth, we find that our sense of purpose becomes richer, deeper, and more meaningful. True fulfillment comes when we recognize that we are part of a larger story and that the ultimate satisfaction in life is derived not from what we achieve for ourselves, but from the difference we make in the lives of others. In conclusion, the real purpose of life is not found in external achievements or fleeting accomplishments, but in the deeper, more profound alignment with our inner calling. Purpose is not something we search for outside of ourselves. It is embedded within us, a guiding force that reveals itself as we grow in self-awareness and authenticity. It's a journey, not a destination. We must continuously evolve, learn, and serve to truly experience the fulfillment we seek. Living with purpose means recognizing that we are not here merely to survive or accumulate wealth, but to fulfill a specific role in the grand scheme of life. This role is shaped by our passions, talents, and the unique gifts we bring to the world. The journey to discovering our purpose is not a one-time event. It is a continual process of uncovering, reflecting, and realigning with our true selves. By embracing self-awareness, we can begin to understand who we are at the deepest level. And in doing so, we can stop living by others' expectations and start living authentically. True fulfillment comes when we live in alignment with this purpose. It's about choosing a path that reflects our values, strengths, and innate desires. It's about acting with intention and making conscious decisions that serve the greater good, not just our own interests. The purpose of life is not to chase after empty goals, but to create meaning and value by living authentically and serving others. Through service, we find connection, not only to those we help, but to ourselves. The act of giving, whether through our work, relationships, or simply how we show up in the world, becomes the key to finding purpose and fulfillment. This journey also involves growth, personal, spiritual, and emotional. Life will challenge us, test us, and require us to become better versions of ourselves. But with every challenge comes an opportunity to grow closer to our purpose. When we approach life with a mindset of growth, we embrace every experience as a lesson that contributes to our development. It is through this constant evolution that we become equipped to serve others and make the impact we are destined to make. Ultimately, the purpose of life is not about the accumulation of wealth or status, but about aligning with the unique calling we all possess and using our gifts to make a meaningful contribution to the world. True fulfillment arises when we live with intention, stay true to our authentic selves, and serve others in ways that reflect our deepest purpose. When we do so, we not only fulfill our individual potential, but also become part of a larger, more interconnected story, one that transcends our personal desires and touches the lives of others in profound ways.